In this video, I will be giving my top 5 tips I wish I knew before getting into dental school. Hi, it's Andre from Dentistry Matters, here to provide my experiences, tips and tricks while in dental school, as well as providing educational videos for the public, prospective and current students and graduates on Dentistry Matters, because dentistry matters. Sit tight, I hope you enjoy the video. Now, they say hindsight is 20/20, and this is especially true and easy to understand after the fact. Here I will cover top 5 tips useful to know before getting into dental school. So, if you've researched on the topic, I know I have, there is a plethora and an abundance of information out there, all with varying degrees of complexity, tips, just so much information that can be quite overwhelming. I've spent time researching this and will add on to my own experience and share with you what I've learned. If you find value in this video, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it and helps the channel out. And stick around till the end for some bonus tips, which I'm sure you'll appreciate. Number 1, loupes. Now, loupes are a personal preference. I know many dentists who do or don't use dental loupes, but for me personally, I really recommend them. Ever since starting out from very cheap, eBay acquired loupes to now professionally fitted dental loupes from a professional company, they are definitely a game changer. My restorations are on point. My examinations, for soft and hard tissues, I'm able to pick up more detail than I have been before without them. They also give you the opportunity to put prescriptions on if one needs it. Now, they're my recommendation, and they'll definitely help you along the way, both in school and as you get out into the professional workplace. They come with lights, which give you additional bonus sight while preparing. If not already linked, I'll be making a video going over need to know when getting your first dental loupe. Stay tuned. Number 2, buy dental equipment. Practice makes perfect. I know someone who told me perfect practice makes perfect, which holds some truths. Now, in my opinion, while in dental school, it is pertinent and I definitely encourage doing your best to get as much experience as you can. Sometimes you might not get adequate experience in the simulation labs or in patients, or you might feel that you want to do some little extra practices for certain areas you may be deficient in. In this instance, I recommend going and buying yourself some extra dental equipment. For those students who are studying internationally and plan to come to Western countries such as Australia, America, United Kingdom, Canada, a lot of paid courses will attest and recommend that one should purchase as many additional equipment as possible. Things I recommend to buy include phantom head, disposable teeth, micromotor, associated handpieces and contra angles, slow speed and high speed, a compressor, and various other tools such as suturing kit, rubber dam, etc. They'll all really be helpful long term. If not linked in the description, I'll be making a video outlining and describing my own dental setup, which I think you'll find very useful and helpful. Number 3, get extra experience. In my opinion, we know that dental school is a school of hard knocks, but the time and effort that you put in definitely gets paid back. Now, if you haven't already, I recommend to expand your horizons. If you haven't been a dental assistant before, go and be some dental assistant. If you know any dentists or any friends who are in the dental field and are helpful and friendly, they might allow you to shadow, sit along, and they'll explain to you the processes behind different procedures. All of these will give you invaluable experiences to build up that clinical understanding. Number 4, ergonomics. Now, sadly, this is an underrated and often overlooked topic in dentistry. Depending on the university, country, and education system, this may or may not be covered. For my future internationally trained doctors, if you plan on sitting on the conversion exam, be it with the ADC or INDBE, this topic will definitely be covered and assessed, both ergonomics and chair positioning. So be sure to keep an eye out on this. But most importantly, your personal health is the most important and paramount. Now, if you have poor ergonomics, you're going to get RSIs, injuries, and this is not beneficial for your long-term viability in the dental field. Now, some recommendations that I have sometimes employed is buying shoulder braces, ensuring that your shoulders are back, and will kind of remind you if you're slouching, hunching, and looking over into the person's mouth without employing proper ergonomic or chair positioning. This will definitely remind you to keep your shoulders back and will remind you to have proper ergonomics, because we want you to have a successful and happy career in dentistry. Number 5, be sure to study and relax. Now this goes without saying. Study, work, life balance is paramount. Mental health has no price. Now we all know dental school can be quite overbearing, quite difficult, and it's medical school. You're going to have a lot of hours, contact hours, clinical practice, and sometimes you may not think you have time for a social life, but I really recommend that you put time aside to do things you like, be it see friends, watch a movie, play video games. I myself definitely take time to unwind and play some video games from time to time to ensure that my mental health is peak. As the saying goes, work hard, play hard. My recommendation is everything in moderation is excellent. I'm glad that you've stuck around to this part of the video. Now I'll be going over some additional bonus information and tips that I think will go a long way. Buy extra PPE. It is my experience that when you start going to see patients and doing clinical practice, you will be generally provided whatever the university or the practicing clinic will give you. Now, if you have time, if you have the money, and I know as a dental student these are both lacking, but it goes a long way. Definitely buy yourself some very nice, comfortable scrubs. There's nothing worse than having 8 hours of clinical practice in very tight, ill-fitting, and uncomfortable wear. Additionally, if you are deciding and are going to buy loupes, I recommend getting face shields. Some face shields won't accommodate the space needed extra for having a lighting mount and the loupes. Now, there are some special face shields that do provide this. They may be a bit extra, but they will definitely go a long way. They may cost $100 or $200, but they're multi-use, they're not disposable, and they last a long time, if treated nicely. The shields are replaceable as well. As the old adage goes, pay cheap, pay twice. So I do recommend, if you're buying things for yourself, for things that you will be using routinely, regularly, spend a bit of the extra dollars for extra comfort and quality. It definitely goes a long way. I really implore you to go and talk to dentists and people in the dental field. These include hygienists, therapists, and specialists. These people will one day become your colleagues, friends, and you will build personal friendships and collegial and professional networking. My top tip for this video, and I'm glad that you stuck around for it: make mistakes. The best time to make mistakes is while in dental school. A friend of mine who is a dentist once told me, the best time to make a mistake is whilst in dental school. And I always pondered the thought, why? We don't want to make mistakes, but if we do, it's while we're in school. You're a student, you're mentored, you're supervised, you're monitored, and you're guided by both professionals, professors, and dental experts. People all learn differently. I found that people learn sometimes the best through making mistakes, as well as obtaining objective, reasonable, and constructive feedback and criticism. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. If you found value in the video, you liked it and enjoyed it, please share it with your friends. Give this video a like, subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you again.